Hi, welcome to Mr. Hanson Math. I'm Mr. Hanson. Let me help you with the math. Today we're going to learn about combining like terms. Ugh, gross. Yeah, no, seriously, that's gross. I don't know what a bunch of those words mean. Guess what? I'll tell you what they are. Combine means add. And a term is everything in between a plus, minus, and equal sign. A term is everything in between a plus, minus, or equal sign. Normally, you're just dealing with what are called expressions, little math phrases that don't have equal signs or inequalities or whatever, and it's just pluses and minuses. When you're dealing with equations, you can combine like terms, but only on one side of the equal sign or inequality sign. But what I'm saying is plus, minus, equal sign. You'll see what I'm saying as we go on. What's 2 horses plus 5 horses? 2 horses plus 5 horses equals 10 horses. I got to explain that to you. That's knowledge that you already have. This equals 10 horses. What you had is you had like terms here. They're the same thing. Like means alike, means they're the same. So horses plus horses equals horses, and 2 plus 5 equals 10. What you have when you have 2 horses, I got 2 horses in the field over here. I got 5 horses in the field over here. Together, combine. I got to combine. I'm going to combine these 2 horses and these 5 horses. I'm going to combine them. Combine means add. That means I'm going to have 7 horses. Now, you don't add the 2 numbers, then add the sign, the term. I don't have 7 horses. The heck is that? Horse. Okay, no. You just add the numbers and you keep the term the same. You just keep the term the same. Okay, what about, let's say I got 10 unicorns plus 3 unicorns. What's 10 unicorns plus 3 unicorns? 13 unicorns. I ain't got to explain that to you. Combining like terms just means add the numerators and keep the term the same. Keep the term the same. Well, what's 112 Legos plus 52 Legos? A booby trap, if you ask me. You ever stepped on a Lego? Yeah, nobody forgets stepping on a Lego. Hey, put in the comments. If you ever stepped on a Lego, I want to hear a good Lego story. Give me a good Lego story down there. Okay, 112 Legos plus 52 Legos. That's 164 Legos, I think. 164 Legos. Okay, so you understand what's going on. You add the numbers and keep the term the same. It's going to get more complicated than this, but let's talk about it. Let's say what's 5 cakes plus 5 cakes? A huge party. Yeah, no, 10 cakes. 10 cakes. Actually, that's not much of a party for me. I'm not that big a fan of cake. You want to know why? Because cake equals bread. They try to fool you with the frosting and stuff. No, they're not fooling me. I know it's still bread under there. Still bread. Dry and a dry bread cake. Oh, here's some cake. Trying to give me healthy stuff. Yeah, forget that. Okay, so 5 cakes plus 5 cakes equals 10 cakes. When you combine like terms, well, what is combining unlike terms? Can you combine unlike terms? Well, no, it's kind of like a grocery list. Let's say you got a grocery list. Let's say you got to buy 2 watermelons, 1 cantaloupe, and 4 boxes of cereal. Can you just combine those when you get home and eat like a watermelon flavored cereal out of your cantaloupe little bowl? The heck no, you can't. You can't combine those things. They're different. You can't just add up the numbers and say, oh, I got 7 watermelon cantaloupe boxes of cereal. Good grief, it's ridiculous. Okay, so what can you do when you're combining like terms? I'll show you when it's more complicated than this and with numbers and variables, all this stuff, unknown quantities. I'll show you. I'll show you when it gets to this. Let's do it right now. Let's say you got 4 horses plus 3 pigs plus 15 chicken plus 10 horses. All right, I got myself 4 horses over here. I got a 3 pig pens and my 3 pigs and my pig pen over here. I got 15 chicken over here, and over here I got 10 more horses. I got a field over here. I got 10 more horses. Could I simplify this? Could I make it more simple? Could I combine some of those terms? Well, I'll tell you what I can do is take advantage of the commutative property of addition. I made a video if you don't know what that means. Watch this video. I can commute these numbers. I can commute them, which means travel. I can switch them. So watch my video on commutative property of addition. Come back and finish this one. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the 10 horses over here. I'm going to switch it over here. All I did is kept the 4 horses where they are. I put the 10 horses over here. And then 3 pigs here and 15 chicken here. I got the same stuff. I'm a little barnyard and whatever's going on here. I got the same stuff, it's just in a different order. Because of the commutative property of addition. Now I can combine like terms. Which ones of these terms look like they're the same? You got some horses, some pigs, and some chickens. Do I add up all the numbers and got horse, pig, chickens? Got like some kind of horse head and a chicken tail and a pig tail would be better than a chicken tail. Maybe a chicken wing or something, chicken wings. We got bacon plus chicken wings. No, I don't want horse meat. I'm getting hungry. Anyway, combine like terms. And don't combine the unlike terms. Unlike would mean not like. Okay, horses look like horses, so I can add the numbers just like this. I can add the numbers and keep the terms the same. So 4 horses plus 10 horses, 14 horses. I can't combine these, you guys. I can't do it. I just got to leave it out there. Like a grocery list. You just itemize them. You can't combine them. You have this, plus you got to get this, plus you got to get this, plus you got to get this. Okay, so plus tree pigs, plus fitting chicken. So there's your answer. That's as simplified as it gets. You can't combine anymore. You combine as much as you could. So let's do some combine like terms with some math that you might actually see. All right, let's see. You see all this math junk? Your teacher lays it on your table and says this is homework or whatever, and you're like, good night. Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Get to work. Get to work. What I do is I identify every term. Do you remember back here I said that a term is everything in between a plus, minus, or equal sign? So here's my plus, and here's my plus. So I got 4 terms here. That is one term, that is one term, that is one term, and that is one term. 3x is a term, 4 is a term, 2x is a term, and sin is a term. So then I identify which ones are like each other. Well, the x looks like the x, so I'm going to give that a star, and give that a star. The 4 looks like a sin, so I'm going to give that a moon, I'm going to give that a moon. And then I'm going to take advantage of the commutative property of addition, which we already talked about. Hopefully you watched that video. Again, if you're confused, I'm going too fast, I'm not going to repeat it for people that already watched it. I'm not going to waste their time. Go watch that video and come back and finish this one up. I'm going to commute these 2 terms. I'm going to switch them. So I'll set 3x plus 2x plus 4 plus sin. All right. I took advantage of the commutative property of addition. Now I can combine the like terms. 3x plus 2x. That's like a doctor. He's got 3 x-rays over here. He's got 2 x-rays over here. Guess what he's got? 5 x-rays. So 3x plus 2x is 5x. You add the numbers, but keep the term the same. You don't change the x. 3x plus 2x equals 5x. Bring down a plus, always bring down a plus. And if 4 plus sin, I can combine those. 4 plus sin, you've been doing that since you're a little kid. That's a ln. There's my answer. Done. That is the answer. And you cannot combine anymore. That's as simple as it gets. This math problem, you cannot combine 5x plus a ln. It is not 16x. You might think that, but that would be inappropriate. That'd be incorrect. It is not 16x. You cannot combine 5x plus a ln. It is not 16x. Okay, let's practice some more. Let's say 4m plus 3n plus m plus 5n. Okay, I got all these terms. How many terms do I have? Before I even identify it, this is a little stretch. You might not get this. I don't know. I only explain it once. First thing I'm going to do is identify my terms. Which ones are they? And then I can find out which ones are like the other ones. I'm going to kind of go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Okay, there's a term. 4m is a term. 3n is a term. M is a term, and phi n is a term. Okay, which one? Okay, M looks like M. I'm gonna give them stars. 3n looks like phi n. I'm gonna give them moons. Okay, take advantage of the commutative property of addition. Switch them. 3n plus m. I'm gonna switch them so it says m plus 3n. Okay, now I got the m's and the m's. I got some m and m's. I got 4 m and m's, or well, okay. The secret to doing this is not 0 m's. Yeah, but there's no number there. I know there's not a number there. We decided thousands of years ago when we invented math. This was a long time ago, but I remember it. What happens is when there's not a number in front of a letter of the alphabet, which represents a number, there's not a 0 there, because if it was 0 times m, this would be 0 to cancel, it wouldn't even be there. What happens is there's a secret 1. There's a 1 with a time sign right there. This is actually 1m. Like this is 4 m's. Well, this is 1 m's, or 1m. So what is 4m plus 1m? Let's combine those terms. Combine means add, so 4m plus 1m is 5m's. Bring down a plus, always bring down a plus. 3n plus 5n, same thing, add the numbers, keep the term the same. So 3n plus 5n is 8n. Okay, that's my answer. I cannot simplify any farther. This is as simple as I can get my answer. They gave it to me junky. I made it simple. I combined what I could. And that's it. Your teacher will probably put the letters of the alphabet first. They'll go alphabetical order probably. Don't look at whichever number is bigger. Nobody cares about which number is bigger. In math, it's common or conventional to put the letters of the alphabet, the unknown quantities or variables, in alphabetical order. So 5m plus 8n. Additionally, if you have a number that's not touching a variable or unknown quantity, that's going to go at the end last on the right. So if you have multiple letters of the alphabet, go in the alphabetical order. And then if you have a number or a constant, that's going to go all the way to the right. All right, let's keep going. What if there's minuses? Guess what? I don't care. What if there's fractions? Let's do it all. Let's do it all. Combine like terms. Okay, what if I got this junky thing? Well, you got to know how to handle an x. That's for sure. That's for sure. I talked about it in my commutative property of addition video. If you haven't seen, I'm telling you, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. There's no such thing as commutative property of subtraction. I can't commute those. I can't switch them. I can't nothing because there's a minus. Honestly, I don't need to anyway because they're right next to each other. So all I'm going to do is do 2 pen strokes. Because again, if adding fractions or adding integers, you watch my videos, 2 pen strokes is how you do it. If it confuses you, go watch the videos and do 2 pen strokes. So 1, 2. So first thing I got to do is do addition. And when the terms are the same, that's a term, that's a term, and that's a term. It's everything in between a plus minus equal sign. When you got 2 terms that look the same, I'll give them stars. This guy gets a moon. He's not like the other ones. The other ones have x's. This one doesn't. So it makes it a different kind of term, unlike. Okay, so I need to combine 3 halves plus -1/2. If you got a calculator, hit it. If you need to do it by hand, watch my adding and subtracting videos, adding and subtracting fractions video, adding and subtracting fractions, and it'll tell you how to do it. You take a peek. The 5 takes a peek at the 2 takes a peek at the 5. I'm going to do it off to the side over here. This dude takes a peek at the girl. She's a 5. Nice. So multiply by 1. 5 over 5 equals 1. And then a 5, take a peek at the 2, multiply by 2 over 2, and then multiply straight across, SA. SA, straight across, SA. So 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 2 equals 10. -1 times 2, watch my multiplying integers video, negative times a positive is a negative. 1 times 2 is 2, so that's -2. And if 5 times 2 equals 10, whenever you have negatives, stick them in the numerator. They don't affect the denominator. Still positive down here. So now I have like denominators, and I have a common denominator, and I can just add the top number plus the top number, the numerator plus the numerator. 15 good guys and 2 bad guys. That's going to be 13 good guys, and then the tens stay the same. So this is 13 tenths. And I did all that work. I got to bring it back over here and combine it with my x's. So 13 tenths x. And then the moon doesn't combine with anything. I just put +6, and that's actually my answer. It works with negatives and with fractions. All right. I know we're getting pretty complicated here. I'll do another complicated one, then we'll ease back a little bit and keep going with these combined like terms. They can get pretty complicated. All right, over here, I got 4x plus 2 plus 3y minus 8x plus y. I got a lot of things going on here that we got to talk about. First thing I got to do is identify where are the terms. How many do I have, and which ones are like each other that I can combine? So everything in between a plus and a minus and equal sign. 4x is a term, 2 is a term, 3y is a term, 8x is a term, and y is a term. I'm going to give the x's the stars. So that's a star, and that's a star. I'm going to give the y's the moons. And then the 2 gets a sun. So the x's look like each other, the y's look like each other, and the 2 doesn't look like anything else because it doesn't have any letters with it. Okay, remember I said alphabetical order. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't care which numbers are larger or smaller. When you're providing your answer, you always want to go in alphabetical order. So I'm going to do x and x, but guess this is subtraction. I can't combine like terms. I can't just switch that and put 8x over here because this is not 8x. Yeah, it is. You just said it was 8x. I know. But what you got to do is do 2 pen strokes. You have to take advantage of the commutative property of addition. In order to move this, you can't move it with subtraction. You need to do 2 pen strokes, always 2 pen strokes. So 1, 2. This term is actually -8x. That's what I'm going to switch and put over here when I put all my stars together. I need to switch this and put the -8x over here. So let's get started. Okay, so now I got 4x plus -8x. I commuted it. I traveled it. It's over here. Okay, now I'm going to do the moons, the y's. I'm going alphabet. So y's. 3y plus y. So I'm going to bring down a plus because I always bring down a plus. Always bring down a plus. So plus 3y plus y. Okay, so I commuted my y's to the middle. I got my x's to the front, my y's to the middle, and then my number, my constant, it doesn't have any letters with it, always goes to the right. So I'm going to put +2 at the end. +2. All I did is commute them. Okay, now I'm going to combine them. 4 good guys plus 8 bad guys. 4 good guys plus 8 bad guys. They shoot each other. There's 4 people alive, but what team? Bad guys. So this is -4x. -4x. Bring down a plus. Always bring down a plus. And then 3y plus y. If you remember, I said this is not 0y. Whenever you see a variable, an unknown quantity, a letter, there's always a ×1 in front of it. Always. There's a ×1 in front of everything. Okay, what's tree y plus 1y? Tree plus 1 is far, and then the y's stay the same. So this is far y. Tree y plus 1y is far y. And it can't combine, so it's just plus 2. I have my stuff in alphabetical order. That's my answer right there. That's my answer. I took all this junky stuff, simplified it down to that. I combined the like terms. That's what combine means add. I added the terms that looked like each other. Presented my answer in alphabetical order. Okay, let's do maybe one that's a little bit easier, and then we'll come back to maybe some difficult ones. Did I say I was going to do the easy one? I think I changed my mind. Maybe I'll go back and do the easy one though. But honestly, I think you can do this. It looks scary and ugly and all kinds. I don't care. I don't care. I think you can do this. You follow the steps I said. Identify all the terms, everything in between a plus, minus, and equal sign. So -3 is a term, 4a is a term, 10b is a term, 8 is a term, 2a is a term, 3b is a term, cn is a term, 6a is a term, and 8b is a term. Those are all the terms, and we need to combine the ones that are like each other. So let's identify which ones are like each other. I'm going to go alphabetical order and give them stars and moons. So my a's are going to be my stars. So that term's a star, that term's a star, and that term's a star. Now I'm going to combine the b's, and that's going to be my moons. So moon this one, moon the 10b, and then moon the tree b. I mean, don't actually moon it, you know what I'm saying? You'll get in trouble for that. Don't go around mooning people, or numbers, or anything. Don't moon anything. What I mean by moon is give it a moon. Like, put a moon. That's what I'm trying to say. Put a moon. Put a moon. Okay, so the A's got stars, the B's got moons, and then the numbers, I'll give them suns. And then when I combine them, I got to do the commutative property of addition. I can't take those subtraction signs. I can't do it. The first thing I got to do is 2 pen strokes. And I'll tell you again, maybe you just kind of watch the other little bit, and you understand it. If you don't know what I mean by 2 pen strokes, watch my subtracting integers video. It'll settle everything out. Watch this, click on this thing, you'll come back, it'll pause this video, you watch in a new tab, and you come back and watch this video again. I mean, to watch the rest of it, it'll pause right here, you don't miss anything. But you gotta do 2 pen strokes whenever you see subtractions. 1, 2. Keep going, plus, 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 not plus. So 1, 2. Plus, not plus. 1, 2. Okay, so now I got all pluses. Now I can commute and travel all I want. Switch the orders. Put all the A's in the front, put the B's in the middle, and put the numbers at the back where they belong. Okay, so 4A, that's my first term. 4A, bring down a plus. That's always bring down a plus. That's all I'm saying. Always bring down a plus. Okay, 4A, that's a star. Keep going, star. Plus 2A. Bring down a plus. Always bring a plus. Star, star, star. Negative 6A. Please don't bring down a 6A because this is not 6A. It is negative 6A. So I'm going to put negative 6A. Those are my 3 A terms. Then I'm going to bring down a plus. I'm going to do my alphabet, my B's. So I'm looking for moons right there, negative 10B. This is not 10B. I know it looks like 10B. Yeah, but it's not. It's got a negative. That's a negative 10, which is not 10. This is negative 10B's. So negative 10B's, bring down a plus. Look for moons, moons, moons. Got one. Negative tree B. Negative tree B. Bring down a plus. Always bring down a plus. Moons, 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 moons. 8B. So I got 8B here. Okay, I got all my stars, my moons. I might even cross them out. Star, 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 moon, moon, moon. Might make it easier to see what's left. Okay, suns. This is negative 3. This is not tree. Not tree. It's negative tree. So bring down a plus. Always bring down a plus. Negative tree. Bring down a plus. 8. Bring down a plus. Cn. Now I just got to combine them. Order of operations says left to right. Add left to right. So 4A plus 2A is 6A plus negative 6A. Whoa. What's 6A plus negative 6A? I got 6 good guys on this side, 6 good guys, bad guys on this side. 6 good guys, 6 bad guys, 6 plus negative 6. They shoot it out. There's nobody left. That's 0A. That's 0A. And whenever you have a number touching a letter, there's always an implied multiplication there. 0 times anything is 0. So I actually don't even have to write the A's. There's nothing left of A's. I added them together, they canceled out, and there's no A's. Just like there's no D's, there's no X's, there's no M's. Well, there's also no A's. I added 6 and I subtracted 6, and now I have no more A's. I do not need to put 0A in my answer. That would actually look bad. If there's 0 of something, just don't put it. Okay, so then I gotta add. So I got my A's. I need to add 10 bad guy B's plus 3 bad guy B's. 10 bad guy B's plus 3 bad guy B's. That's 13 bad guy B's. That's 13 bad guy B's. And I got to add that to 8 good guy B's. So add that to 8 good guy B's. I got 13 bad guys over here, 8 good guys over here. They shoot. You got to figure out what team wins and how many people. How many people, what team? What's the number, what's the sign? Well, remember, big number minus small number. If you actually watch the video, you know when on the opposite side, you got big number minus small number. So 13 minus 8 is 5. So I need to put 5. And then there's B's, so I need to put B's. And then the bad guys win, and so negative 5 B's. That's what negative 13 B's plus 8 B's. And let's do it. 10 bad plus 3 bad is 13 bad, plus 8 good, that's negative 5 bad. Bring down a plus, always bring down a plus. Negative tree plus 8, that's 5, plus sin is 12. Just go left to right. These are all the same. You just do it. Negative tree plus 8, that's adding integers. Negative tree plus 8 is 5, plus sin equals 12. So plus 12. That's the answer right there. All that gobbledygook, all that gross stuff, all that stuff that your teacher's giving you in the wrong order and negatives and all kinds of, yeah, I don't care. That's the answer. This all combines. We just combined the like terms. We combined them. We combined them all. That's the answer. Alphabetical order, I put my variable, my unknown quantity first, and I put my constant last. The number always goes at the back. The number always goes at the back. Okay, let's back off. Let's back off. So do a couple small ones. This time I think I'll actually do a small one. Sin plus tree V minus 2. You know how to do this. You know how to do this. Identify the terms. Everything in between a plus minus equal sign. Sin is a term, tree V is a term, and 2 is a term. My next steps, identify stars and moons. I'm not going to do stars and moons. Maybe I'll do tanks and flowers. So let's get a tank on here. Okay, we got tanks and flowers. Which one goes first, tanks or flowers? You tell me. You figure it out. You figured out which ones. Is it the tanks or is it the flowers, and why? Turns out it's the tanks because you always want the letters of the alphabet first, alphabetical order, and then put the numbers last. They always go to the right. Okay, so well, I gotta do 2 pen strokes. I'm not gonna touch anything with that subtraction sign. 2 pen strokes. As soon as you see a subtraction, 2 pen strokes. 1, 2. Okay, now I have addition. I can do the commutative property of addition. Now I can switch the numbers, switch the terms. Okay, so the tank goes first, so tree V. Bring down a plus, always bring down a plus. And I can combine sin plus negative 2. You notice I'm not actually going to commute it. I know that the sin's going to go over here, so let's just combine them. You know that you need to combine the flowers, so combine the flowers. Sin good, 2 bad. Oh, that's too bad. It's too bad. Okay, sin good, 2 bad. That's 5 good. That's 5 good. There's the answer. Done. Done. Let's do another. Let's do another. Look at all. Look at that nasty. Look at that. Your teacher might give you that. Look, honestly, you shouldn't care. You should eat that up. You should say, you know what, I can do that. I don't like it. I don't want to do it, but I can do it. There's a lot of things to do here. First I'm going to do is 2 pen strokes. I am not dealing with all those subtracts. I'm not dealing with it. 2 pen strokes, 2 pen strokes, 2 pen strokes, 2 pen strokes. How many was that? 2, 4, 6, 8 pen strokes. Now I got addition. I'm a lot more comfortable with addition. Way more comfortable. Doing that kind of takes the edge off. It makes this impossible problem possible. Okay, now identify all the terms. How many terms we got? We got to combine the like ones. Combine the like ones. So let's find out which ones look like each other. Negative 8 is a term. Negative 4m is a term. Negative 2n is a term. Negative 8 is a term. And negative 6n is a term. We have 5 terms up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. Everything between plus minus equal sign. Okay, and then let's put our stars and moons. Per stars and moons. I'm going to go alphabetical order. I hope you caught that. Which one goes stars? Which one gets stars? Alphabetical order. M is the first letter of the alphabet. Star. That's it. No more stars. Okay, moons. The next letter of the alphabet. N is the second letter of the alphabet. Right there. Moon. Moon. N's get the moons. Okay, then the numbers, the constants, they're going to get my suns. All right. Now, you watch my steps up here. I kind of took the long way. I'm not going to do the long way anymore. I'm not going to actually switch them and switch the order. That kind of takes a long time, and it's not quite necessary. But what is necessary is going in the order alphabetical. So my first letter of the alphabet is M. Stars only got 1 term, so I'm going to bring it down. It's not 4M. Don't forget the negatives, you guys. Don't do all this work. Don't have all that knowledge. Don't do it and then shoot yourself in the foot by not bringing down a negative. Oh, please see those negatives. It's part of the number. So this is negative 4m. Let's bring it down. Negative 4m. Bring down a plus. Always bring down a plus. Okay, and then let's look around. Oh, and the stars, I might cross them out so don't mess up. I got a lot of stuff going on here. My moons. Okay, just combine them. You don't have to switch them, then combine. We can combine them right now. We know we're going to switch them as long as you do 2 pen strokes. You have to have addition signs to be able to do this. You have to. If you're doing it with subtractions, you're going to botch it. There's no such thing as commutative property of subtraction. Taking advantage of the commutative property of addition. For that video, I'll put it up again. Commutative property of addition. If you don't know what I'm doing, go watch it. You got to do 2 pen strokes, and that's for my subtracting integers video. I'll put a link on that one also. Somewhere. I'll put a link somewhere for that. Okay. Okay, moons. 2 bad guy ends plus 6 bad guy ends. 2 bad guys plus 6 bad guys. And if you watch that video, you'll know that bad guys team up. They don't shoot each other. They team up. You have 2 plus 6. Together you have 8 bad guys. So this is negative 8n. Negative 8n. I'm going to cross that out. Got my moons. Okay, now I'm going to do my suns. 8 bad guys plus 8 bad guys. 8 bad guys plus 8 bad guys. They don't shoot each other 0. Oh, I hope that's not what you're thinking. Bad guys plus bad guys don't shoot each other. They team up. You add them together. If we're on the same team, they team up and they add together. 8 bad guys plus 8 bad guys is 16 bad guys. So add 16 bad guys. I got myself alphabetical order, and this is the answer. I will tell you though that your teacher on the answer key, and I would do this too. I do 2 pen strokes while I'm doing the work, but when you get down to the answer, I'll always change plus and negative back to subtraction. We know that subtraction is plus and negative. Subtraction is plus and negative. That means plus and negative is also subtraction. So I do plus and negative while I'm doing my work and doing my steps, so I don't get anything wrong because I need addition. But when you get down to your answer, you need to change them back to subtraction. That's what your teacher will have. If you look in the back of the book, that's what they'll have in the answer key. If you look on a teacher on a chalkboard when they're putting the answers up on a board, they're going to have subtraction signs. So I don't want you to be confused thinking this is the answer, your teacher put something up else, and you think you got it wrong. No. You got it right. You did it right. It's just you need to present your answers with subtractions. So I'm going to turn this plus and negative to a subtraction and this plus and negative to a subtraction. I've already got my alphabetical order. I'm good to go. Just need to go back to 2 subtraction signs. Negative 4m minus 8n minus 16. And that's what you would see on the answer key. Both answers are correct. It's just conventional to change your answer, present your answer with the subtraction sign. Okay, so that's my video on combined like terms. Honestly, I hope that helped. These are some pretty tough problems. I got to be honest with you. If you can handle this, boy, I think you can handle the stuff your teacher's going to give you. Well, do your best and never stop learning.